Hey everyone, it's Ivan with KitBadger.com, here to bring you another gear review, and today we're talking about another component of the Stealth Pack by AttackPAK, and that is the battle belt. All the AttackPAK systems are incredibly modular. So with respect to this belt, we have three different components. One being the inner belt, should you choose to use it, and it essentially has this buckle here. Feed it through, put it back on itself, stays nice and secure, and then the outside is lined with male Velcro. Because here, the other two components, the inside one being our padding for our pack, and that actually has these bands of female Velcro, so if you're wearing the inner belt, this will line up, keep it really secure and not move. If you want to go without this padding, you can strip it away, and we have our third component, which is their Cobra D-Ring Pals battle belt, I guess. Basically, it's their belt version. They have a bunch of different versions. This one has these Pals, D-Ring, should you actually require one, and then on top of all that, it has this Cobra buckle. And so all of them can be used in conjunction with each other, as I'll show you in a second. If you choose to use the inner belt, jackets are pretty much a no-go, because whatever you're wearing has to get tucked into your pants to expose the Velcro. But when it is exposed and you are going to use it, generally just bring your pistol around to wherever you're going to want it to draw from. Bring the rest around, loosen this guy a little bit, buckle it, cinch it down, and now I have this right here in place and it's not going to move around on me. What's nice about having this inner Velcro belt is once everything's in here, it's secure. So no matter what kind of movement you're doing, either coming down, taking a knee, or going into prone, and then what usually happens, coming back up from the prone, rather kneeling or standing. One of the issues I've had with my Brocos battle belt by VTAC is it ends up shifting a little. Not huge, but it does shift. With this, it's locked in there solid. Now granted, easy solution, usually just kind of push down with elbow, mags, pistol, whatever, kind of settle it back in place, but with this, no movement whatsoever. Of course, being incredibly modular, you can also strip this padding off, at which point you end up with a much lower profile battle belt. So still lining that up, bring it around, strap this guy. And now I have a much lower profile battle belt. So why would I want to use this versus the other one? Well, one, if I don't have too much weight on here, this is fine, or for a shorter duration where I'm not too worried about comfort overall, I can go ahead and throw this on. And I end up with all my gear just with a lower profile. Now the padding, gonna want that if I'm gonna be carrying any type of pack in conjunction with this, or maybe just for a longer period of time. Also, the padding around the side has 4 little loops where you can go ahead and attach suspenders if you happen to be carrying a really heavy load. Truth be told, how I usually use this is just like this. Use it with the padded belt, without the inner belt, just because one, I have an aversion to tucking my shirt in, probably comes from having to do it in school, and two, I never know what the weather's going to be like, so often this is going over a jacket, over a warming layer, but if it is going to be nice or I need something lower profile, go ahead, tuck whatever I have in, strip this away, and just put on the outer belt with the inner belt without any padding. The way I have this set up for me wearing it from my right around to the left is coming over here, I have my Safariland ALS holster. Then I have a Blue Force Gear tourniquet now with a soft T wide. Got a little Grimlock on here, my pig gloves. This right here is their pack holster, I believe they refer to it as. And the way their frame goes is it slips in here and then these pieces clip it in to keep it in place. You can obviously remove this, and I would if I was going to be using this extensively as a battle belt specifically, because that would allow me to put my med kit back here. One thing I don't care for is on this, even though you have these pals here, if you're using this in conjunction with the pack usually comes down and basically doesn't fit. Whatever you had here would get pushed down because of the pack. But moving around, Blue Force Gear 10 speed, double AR pouch, or mag pouch rather, and then the pistol mag pouch. And then around, you have the other buckle. As far as battle belts go, this one's pretty cool. part of it, just the modularity, being able to use it in all its different configurations is pretty awesome. One thing for me personally, and it may not affect anyone else out there, but lose a little bit of real estate compared to my Brocos battle belt setup. That being, with that, I have it coming almost to the buckle on either side, which allows me to use all the MOLLE right up in front on either side of the buckle to put mag pouch or GP pouch with light, knife, stuff along those lines. You lose a little bit of real estate, not very much. And you do get a lot of modularity out of this. One thing that is nice with respect to my Brocos setup is this Velcro in here actually does a pretty good job of gripping kind of whatever garment you're wearing and keeping this from moving around too much, even without the inner belt. But kind of on the other side of that, the Brocos having the edge is there's a lot more kind of ventilation as far as air moving through, to where this definitely gets hotter in hotter climates as opposed to my Brocos belt. But pretty solid setup. You can get these guys through AttackPAK, and you can either buy them all these individual pieces, like the just Velcro inner belt, for example, I think about 19 bucks. This guy, the PALS D-ring Cobra buckle, I think about 120. And I don't remember what this light padding was. You kind of get all these different pieces depending on what you want. Or if you end up getting one of their pack systems, pretty much ends up coming with all of it, which is pretty clever. But if this will work for you, give it a try. Let me know how it does for you. As always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.
Gave you everything I stole, and you stole your heart away from me.